Short exercise 7-7, we're going to be posting from the cash receipts journal this to the accounts receivable subsidiary ledger and to the general ledger. So I have a tip for you about posting this other accounts column. So the only thing on here, before we get to the other accounts column, the only thing that we post on here at the end of every day are AR and AP. So in this case, here's AR, so we post this at the end of July 18th. We post this at the end of July 29th. Everything else, all these totals, are posted at the end of the month. So when we get to the other accounts column, this 2050 is going to be posted to interest revenue at the end of the month. However, we're going to keep the original July 12th. So let me show you the picture of the solution. So again, here is the amount we are posting. We're going to post it to interest revenue. So here's the interest revenue account. Notice we posted it, but even though it's being posted at the end of the month, we're going to keep the original July 12th date. So that's the only posting date that's kind of confusing in this problem. So the first thing we need to do when starting this problem is we need to total each of the columns. So when we add up all the cash, all these debits, we get a total of 10,000, 250. Then we're going to add up 1,200, 5,280. We get 6,480. Sales revenue is total of 1,700. You can just copy and paste these amounts. 20, 20, 50. And then COGS and inventory is 1,400. Also, don't forget, if you're confused about the abbreviations, DISC stands for discounts. This forfeit stands for forfeited, as in sales discounts forfeited. REC, as in this REC here, stands for receivables. REV is revenue, so this is sales revenue. ACCTS is accounts. INV is inventory. All right, so we're going to check our answer. Next, the following 4-column accounts in the AR subledger. So here's our AR subledger, which just shows a breakout of the AR by customer. So we got a customer named Mitch Dillon and Heidi next. Have been open for you. So here's some balances. AR, Dillon has a balance of 5,280. So we're going to find Dillon over here. And where would I put his balance? Is that a debit or a credit? Well, this is AR. Balances go on the positive side. So AR increases on the left side. For the other customer, it's Heidi next. So over here it says Heidi next has a balance of 2,250. Again, that goes on the positive side. And then we're just going to post any AR amounts up here to the subledger, which is down here. So we're going to go chronological order. We're going to start with Heidi next. She has a $1,200 credit on the 18th. So let me copy and paste the 1,200. That's a credit. So here's Heidi, 1,200, and that was on the 18th. Post reference CR stands for Cash Receipts Journal, page 3. And then what's our new balance? We had a debit balance of 2,250. We lowered it by 1,200 because she must have paid off some of her AR. And our new balance is 1,050. Next, we would, now in the real world, you would then go put your post reference here, a check mark for Heidi next. But we will do the posting later in this problem. So Mitch Dillon, we got 5,280. I'm going to copy and paste that as a credit. And that was on the 29th. So I'm going to put the 29th in here. Came from the Cash Receipts Journal, page 3. So we had a debit of 5,280. We lowered it 5,280. So his new balance is 0 on the plus side. Next, the following selected 4-column accounts in the general ledger have been opened for you. So we have to enter our balances. Cash has a balance of $45.50. So we got to put that $45.50 on the plus side. The plus side of cash is on the left side. AR, we've got a balance of $75.30, 7530. Inventory has a balance of $32.50. That goes on the plus side, $32.50. Sales revenue has a balance of $25,000. Revenue, the plus side is the credit, so $25,000. Sales discounts forfeited. Notice it doesn't tell us anything. So we go to sales discount forfeited. We have to put a 0. So is that a debit or a credit? So remember, sales discount forfeited is a revenue account, and it represents the amount that your customers are giving up as for missed discounts. So the plus side is on the credit, so we're going to have to put the 0 on the credit side. Scroll back up here, interest revenue. Notice that it doesn't give us a dollar amount, so that means 0. Interest revenue, I have to put on the plus side. Revenue plus side is on the right. COGS, which is an expense, the plus side is on the left, so $14.50 on the left. Here's $14,500, I believe. $14,500. Yep. So that's it for the totals. Post the total for each column to the general ledger. Also post the other accounts in the general ledger. For accounts with a 0 balance, make sure to enter 0 on the normal side of the account. All right. So we can scroll up. Well, here's what's happening. We have to go to our cash receipts journal, which is in this picture. And we have to post everything else. Notice we already posted the $1,200 to the subledger and the $52.80 to the subledger. So now we have to do these totals. So now on the test, this link will not be here. So you will have to scroll up here to get your information, or just take a picture of it and on your phone or a screenshot. Whatever way works for you. So I'm going to open up the cash receipts journal, and we're now going to post the total. So I'm just going to start here from the left and go right. So our first total is $10,250. I'm going to copy and paste that. It's a cash debit. Cash. So here's cash, and we post the totals at the end of the month. Post reference is cash receipts, page 3. So our new balance is $45.50 plus $10,250. That gives us a new balance of $14,800. Okay, so we posted the cash. Moving to the right, we got $64.80 AR being credited. AR being credited at the end of the month because it's a total. Cash receipts, page 3. So we had $75.30. We lowered it by $64.80. So our new balance in AR was $1,050. Moving over from left to right, we got sales revenue, $1,700 credit. So sales revenue is going up. Post the total at the end of the month. Cash receipts, page 3. So that gives us what? $26,700. Continuing to move to the right, we got $20 as a credit to sales discounts at the end of the month. And then technically, this $20.50 is not posted anywhere because this total is from other accounts. So this total could be from multiple different accounts. So instead of posting the $20.50, you go up here, you post technically this $20.50 to what account? Interest revenue as a credit. So $20.50 interest revenue credit. Our new balance is $20.50. And then here's the tricky part. Even though this $20.50 is being posted at the end of the month, because it's an other accounts column, you have to keep the original date of the 12th. And then moving left to right, we got $1,400. That's going to be a debit for COGS. So that's posted at the end of the month because it's a total. Posting reference, cash receipts, page 3. So we had 14,500. We increase it by 1,400, so we now have 15,900. Cost of goods sold. And then finally, we got $1,400 being posted as a credit to inventory. So inventory is going down. That's at the end of the month. Cash receipts, page 3. So $3,250, we subtract 1,400. What do we get? $1,850. Check our answer. One or more of the responses is incorrect. Oh, duh, I see what I did wrong. I was in too much of a hurry, and this should have been posted over here as a credit. Hopefully you caught that and didn't make the same mistake I did. All right. Enter the posting references. So here's our cash receipts journal. Now that we posted to the subledger for AR, and we posted all these totals, we need to tell anyone else reading this that these totals have been posted, so don't post them again. So I always like to start with the one that's easy to miss. So this other accounts, this 2050 was posted to interest revenue. So right here, we have to put the interest revenue account number. So I'm going to scroll up and see what the interest revenue account number is. It's 419, right up here. So that was posted to 419. Well, now let's work down our accounts receivable column. Where was this 1,200 posted to? That was posted to the AR subledger, and we use a check mark to reflect posting to the subledger. So over here, I'm going to put a check mark, meaning this is posted to the subledger, and the same thing with the 5280 for customer Mitch Dillon. And then we can work our way from left to right. Cash is probably account 111. Yep, it's a cash. Cash is account 111. While I'm up here, AR is 112. So here AR is posted to account 112. Sales revenue. Sales or revenues usually start with a 4. So sales revenue is a 411. Sales discounts forfeited. That's another 400 number. Let's see how many we got. I'm not going to guess. That's 412. So that was posted to that account. This 2050, remember this could be for multiple accounts. So if there's like 3 accounts here, you're not going to post the total to one account. So this gets an X, meaning it wasn't posted at all. Remember it says up here, enter an X if the column total is not posted. And then finally, 1,400 gets posted to COGS and merchandise inventory, which is the account with 2. So COGS must be 511 and inventory must be 118. So here's COGS 511, interest or inventory 118. Nice work. So now we need to prove that the amount in our AR balance in the ledger equals the total in the AR subledger. So what we're doing is we're going to go, let's go look at the ledger. So in the test, you're going to have to scroll up. So I'm just going to scroll up like this is a test. I'm going to go up here and find the ledger for AR. So here's AR. What's the balance? 1050. 1050 as a debit. So I'm going to go down here, plug in 1050, and that's a debit balance. Now I need to go to the AR subledger And its total should also be 1050. So let me go double check. Now here you can just click on the link and it'll take you there. But on the test, you're going to have to scroll up. So I'll pretend this is a test. And here's our AR subledger. So Dylan has a balance of 0 and Heidi has a balance of 1050. So Heidi 1050, Dylan 0. So there we go. We've proved that we've got 1050 in AR and 0 of it goes to customer Mitch Dillon and all of it goes to Heidi next. You add those up and it also has to be 1050. So if Heidi ever called you and said, I'd like to pay you off, how much do I owe you? You would go to the subledger and you'd find Heidi and say, oh, you owe us 1050. And that's it.